folks, welcome back to Glory Hunter as we delve straight in, sleeves being rolled up as we have to play some games, for the next few games at least, without Alisson Becker. So, we've got another injury on our list of players who are struggling at older ages, and it's a big one as well. A torn thigh muscle, out for 7 to 10 weeks. That's ages, viewers, if you hadn't figured it out. That means in this league, he misses probably all of, definitely all of January, probably most of February as well. We're lucky there's an international break between the end of January and the start of February. But even so, he's missing a lot of matches, a couple of them relatively key. You might say if there was a time for him to get injured, this would be probably the time. But still, a big player missing and a player we do not want to miss. Speaking of big misses, we failed to beat Tottenham in a recent league game, and it was a very, very late Tariq Lamptey goal, an unlikely source. Yeah, you're right. And that then, 7 points. 7 points behind Arsenal. A lot of you suggesting that what we should do is just buy Arsenal players. If you sort it, but either by the players that are not for sale or by value generally, getting someone like Bukayo Saka, not gonna happen. So we'll just leave it. He'd be really good. He'd be great. £83 million. That's unacceptable. I don't have that much money, but this is becoming a bit of a theme, and it's becoming a conversation now that was definitely by the time that we get to January. Will there be a case for the rebuild of Liverpool happening under my stewardship? Now, I saw a few of you in the comment section suggesting that might be the way forwards, and selling Windal at left back instead of Andy Robertson, or not just keeping him here. Now looks like an error. I'll be honest, didn't necessarily need to do that. But the rest of there's elements of this team. If you sort by age, for example, there are two definite camps here where we've got some young players coming through. You probably stop that around Trent, right? So all of these players are the future. You maybe include Luis Diaz in that as well, maybe Pellegrini, but even so, they're still sort of getting towards 30. But 28 and under, you're okay. In fact, Aya can be in that as well, right? So these players here, and Stephen Byron, the greyed out goalkeeper because of the injury to Alisson, they're the future of Liverpool. Now, are some of them the future of Liverpool? Is Kelleher the future of Liverpool? We're going to find out as he starts for us today in the FA Cup against Luton. So I'm starting him off softly, viewers. He's only played one game for me this season. Adley, the other one then, again, is he going to be good enough to play for Liverpool? Well, it was my signing on a free transfer. Probably not, is the reality of the answer. But you have this issue down the bottom here. And again, we'll probably go from Andy Robertson. I think that's probably fair. 32 and over then. Jordan Henderson, Virgil van Dijk, Sadio Mane, Alisson, Fabinho. The big question is Virgil van Dijk, who is refusing, and I don't really know why, to sign a new contract. He does not want to be here any longer. A £5 million bid came in from Tottenham. I'd rather him go on a free to either Inter Milan or Zebra. That was 3 teams. That might have sounded confusing. So he's going to leave at the end of the year. So the rebuild, as I say, sort of starts earlier than expected. And defensively, we've got a few players that could fill in and maybe do the job, right? We mentioned Aya, he could maybe be the Virgil van Dijk replacement, but you're losing, arguably, and you look at what he's done for Liverpool over the last few seasons, right? He's been an absolute colossus. So to lose one of the best defenders in the world, replacing that man with transfer budgets of £66 million is going to be pretty tough. We're only guaranteed 15 million next season, and replacing that man now in this transfer window, looking at the available centre-backs, well, let's take a look. Who's on offer? If you're looking at some of the biggest names in defending, which is a phrase I've not used before, but I do quite like. Again, we'll even put our transfer interest on doubtful. Bringing players in of the right age, and we're probably looking at around 28 and younger to give us a little bit of longevity. But again, this is Glory Hunter. Is there an argument to say, who cares about that? Don't worry about that so much. Let's just get in someone for right now, whether that be Ibanez. Definitely isn't said like that. Ibanez, maybe. Do we get him in the summer? Is he one of our main targets? Like, who are we looking at this point? Tomori, of course, but a Newcastle United legend at this point, was fantastic for me at Milan. Is that the kind of man we go for? But the reality is, are any of these defenders, and there's some great ones there, are any of these defenders going to stack up to Virgil van Dijk? I would suspect probably not. There's a young regen there. Goodness me. I think I bought him recently. £41 million. That looks like the best regen on the market right now. A very, very quick 6'1" centre-back. It's got some technical attributes to work on, but he's 20. I've not seen him yet. That's ridiculous. Do we go for someone like that? Do we go hunting for the next big thing? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. And how long should we be at Liverpool for? Is this a 1-year project? No. Is it a 2-year project? Probably not. So are we here for the long haul? And is a Liverpool, as I say, a Liverpool rebuild Is that what's needed right now to revolutionise this side? Is it time to move some players on for big money and start Liverpool on a new trend, a new track of hopefully success, right? That's the idea with any side. Of course, when you've got a 26-year-old Erling Haaland to build around and a 27-year-old Darwin Núñez, who so far this season have scored goals for fun, that makes life a little easier. But it's the supporting cast behind them that might need a little bit of regeneration. Now, we're only going to play the FA because basically Alisson went out, and it got me thinking we should probably talk about this as a bigger picture for the save, because I'm not sure how valuable some of these players are. I thought it would be a case of, well, look, these are good enough for probably 2 years to get me a Premier League win and challenge for the Champions League. 3 of them that I would have considered like key men are already out injured, which leaves me with 4. Jordan Henderson doesn't always start. So it leaves me with 3. So 3 are out, and I've got 3 left. So yeah, Mane, Alisson, and Robertson out right now. Mane's injury, not quite as bad, though, only 3 weeks the maximum. But again, still another big name out. Fabinho, Van Dijk, and Henderson still in the squad. And it's a question of, do all of those players start every game? Fabinho, yes he does. Van Dijk, yes he does. Jordan Henderson, not so much at this point at 36. Still very good, by the way. Still would walk into like Milan sides of mine in the past. But yeah, it's becoming a conversation, and I think we have to rebuild. I'm curious to know what you think. Of course, there are players here that are ready to go, but when I say rebuild, I'm talking about getting in a much better left back, getting in a much better centre back. Are we thinking about replacing the goalkeeper at this point, or is it Alisson at 34 still good enough? These injuries will affect his agility and his balance, and maybe a few other things massively as well. He's not going to get better in this time that he's in the gym. It's not going to help him. Players like Alfonso, of course, are still in the side that we purchased recently. There's an argument to say that we're going to be okay, and I'm sure some of you are watching going, well, just start playing Saicedo a little bit more, start playing Harvey Elliott on the wing every single game, which I've been doing, to be honest. Luis Diaz on the other side, and look, you're going to be okay. But I don't know, there's a few worrisome areas for me. It's sort of this area here. If you look at it, it's the centre back, the goalkeeper, the left back, where that probably needs redoing a little bit, and then maybe one of these central midfield options. So you're looking at 4 top quality players to bring in, or are we at that point in the save now where going regen hunting is very, very viable, and we should start looking for players that are going to be good, not just next year, but in, I don't know, 3 years' time. Who knows? Right then, let's play Luton and refresh the side a little bit. Speaking of games that we should win, I know we only played 1 game yesterday. We're going to do the same thing today in a game against Luton Town. In fact, we might do, but should we do two good matches? We've got Leeds' the second leg against Leeds in the semi-final. The problem is we're 4-0 up after the first one, but I guess it's a good opportunity to see Kelleher in action. He's okay. Like, he's a very solid goalkeeper. The question is, would he be the man to lead Liverpool from this point onwards? Probably not. He's got a year left on his contract after this, 18 months from right now. I don't necessarily think he's the future. He's been here for a long old time. He's 28 now as well, but he's sort of been playing second fiddle to Alisson for a long old time. You can see there must have been a period there where Alisson was out injured, where he played a little bit more frequently. I tried to play, excuse me, viewers. I try to play him in cup games as much as possible as I'm coughing my way through this. Let's get into this game then. Again, let's do some rotation and see what we're going to play against Luton. This is basically remove all of the really good players. I might keep Haaland in there. Just a sort of, sorry, you know? Like, oh, I'll have this. Take this. Henderson's going to slot in alongside Adley. We can do some nice things here. Sousa comes in for Harvey Elliott. Make sure everyone else stays fresh, and those players that need the game time can get that game time. And I'm not going to put Stephen Byron on the bench. He never needs the backup goalkeeper. Never. All right, so that's the lineup. You can see it there. It's not bad. I'd expect it to win. Oh, we probably could have put Lamptey in ahead of Henderson. Yeah, we'll do that as well. Lamptey in at right back. All right, there's the Luton side. If you're familiar with any of those names, then good. There's a couple I recognise, but not many. Now, the problem is they probably feel like this is going to be quite easy. And I'm going to be honest, viewers, so do I. But I feel like I'm sort of being ITV or BT Sport or BBC One here, in that I'm basically saying there could be an upset today. It's Luton versus Liverpool. This is the game they would absolutely pick to be on telly, so there's no regrets of doing it in the video. I realise I've turned up today to see an upset. We're at Power Court in Luton here, in the FA Cup third round. And as much as I want to just destroy them, I realise that anyone watching this other than me would kind of like to see me fail. Don't forget, remember, we need the FA Cup, so there is some logic to doing this. It's our first game in the FA Cup of the series so far, and yeah, I would quite like to win it, as I don't like the fact that the first highlight we saw was that, oh my word, this is going to be grossly unfair. 11 minutes in, he's nearly knocked out the goalkeeper. It's still 0-0 though. The longer Luton saying this, you can see Haaland at the front post now, number 11, lurking. There he is, and he should definitely do. Maybe we should train his heading. If he had accurate heading, he would genuinely have like 90 goals this season. Just noticed that Arsenal have beat Port Vale, or are beating Port Vale 5-0. Now, I'm not saying we should be doing a similar thing, but we should absolutely be doing a similar thing. As Suso wins it back, there's Luis Diaz as, oh, the goalkeeping. It's not its best work. 8th goal of the season for Luis Diaz as, what is that monstrosity in the... What is this? It's an extremely brick building built at a right angle to the pitch. What was here first? Was it that building or was it this pitch? I need to know. I love looking at the buildings around the Football Manager area, and that one has, yes, it reminds me of, this is a very niche reference, but the building they go into in Bugsy Malone, like, down. For those that know it, great. For those that don't know it, you're probably a lot more normal than I am, so fair enough. You don't have to sit around complaining about the way your life was round. Not sung in a video for a while, so it just, felt right in a way. What you have to appreciate, viewers, is you don't get this constantly. I do sing the complete soundtrack of Hamilton to my friends on Discord pretty much every day. So some of you might be thinking, that'd be great. Most of you are thinking, good Lord. Haaland on that left side. Lovely play from him. Luis Diaz. There it is. Suso. He didn't have to wait for it. It's a great finish. Lovely left-footed volley into the penalty area. And it's nice to see Suso score for Liverpool in this year of the game. Just because it was something, I think I said it when I signed him. I always thought Suso was going to be one of the guys to lead the next part of like a Liverpool revolution, and it never quite happened. He was always such a creative mind. But yeah, there we are. Lovely finish, lovely goal. All right, we're working it around quite neatly right now. It's fair to say that Luton are feeling absolutely helpless. They don't know what to do with themselves. Haaland in on goal. There he is, my right-hand man. Erling Haaland makes it 3-0. And have they ruled that out? Unbelievable. Well, you see, that feeling of being satisfied is completely gone now, which is a real shame. Hernandez, left side. We're not finished, it seems. And every time Haaland gets the ball, this is what this is very much like. This is like when I was managing Norway. Is that a penalty? That seems harsh. The attacking at the moment is non-stop. They don't know what to do with us. It's very painful. As Erling Haaland's going to step up then and hopefully finish this off. Haaland to make it 3-0. He doesn't miss this time. Honestly, he's like a hurricane. The way he whistles through people and causes problems. Again, wins the penalty, takes the penalty. Classic Erling. Lamptey, right side now, racing past these little defenders. You can see they're blowing him away. There's Haaland. Oh, he's got him. What's he doing there? Dearie me. We know just how good he is as well, and that was not his best work. Henderson into Jesus this time. This is a rampage at this point. This is just attack on attack, and I'll be honest with you, viewers, I've got to be totally honest. I'm here for it. Lamptey goes very close. Well, it's 3-0. I think if you're Luton, that'll probably be enough. But no, we're going to have a second half, boys. Sorry. You got to give Luton credit. Right now, their ability to stay alive in the game has been... okay, I spoke. I mean, do you know what? This keeper, he'll remember this day for the rest of his life. The day he managed to only concede a couple to Erling Haaland. Suso's ball in. Haaland goes for it again. This is very much like Norway. He's probably had 40 shots so far. We've only had 19. Right, well, they've done this. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to bring on Alfonso, and I'm going to bring on Trent at right back. And I've taken off two of my best performing players. That seems harsh. Luton, there we go. Ball played in, swung in. As you can see at the top of the screen there, Lamptey's having to walk back all the way to the dugout. Sorry, as stuttering is now a thing I do apparently. As Johnston into Kanu and Luton, blimey, they might not be done. Oh, the cross goes in Kelleher. That's not. I mean, that's the only thing we've seen him do, and he's parried the ball to nothing really, which is not great. Trent now's come on. Can he get himself an assist? The delivery. Oh, Erling, come on. Thing is, he will get another chance. He's sitting there going, "You'll be back." You know what the defenders of Luton are thinking? They're thinking, "You'll be back, won't you, Erling?" As they go through. Kelleher's very confident to let that fly past his face. Question is, what comes next, viewers? 3-0 to the good. And yeah, this has been quite straightforward, really. Which I think is what we expected. But are you disappointed? I was kind of expecting 8-0. All right, there we are then. For one last time, Luton 0, Liverpool 3. Sorry, boys. And if you're a fan of Hamilton, you'll know I got in about 10 references there. So, yeah, you can go back and count them. Keeping it fun, viewers. Do you know what I mean? I love a musical. I won't lie to you. Right then, let's rest the boys that have just played, just in case a couple of them overlap and play in our game against Leeds. We're going to play them second leg of the Carabao Cup. Not a competition that we need or care about. Not part of the Glory Hunter challenge, but would still be nice to win it, because then if I miss out on the German Cup, I can go, yeah, but what about this one? And you can all go, no, it's not how it works. All right, draw for the next round of the FA Cup. Again, we want this to be easy as possible, please. That's what we're Preston. Okay, they don't even have to travel very far to get beaten. Lovely stuff. All right, okay, the next round, looking pretty good. Did some big sides get knocked out there? I feel like I'm not seeing them. Okay, they're now all coming to... Yeah, they're all there. They're all there. See, I can't see Chelsea. Oh, there they are. Tottenham, yeah, they're there. United, yeah, they're all there. They're all there. So it's official. Virgil van Dijk will be taking quite a big wage cut, actually. 75 grand in a wage cut to play for Inter. I would have had him for definitely another year, maybe even two. 36, 37. He could have hung around, Virg. Okay, well, he moves on, and so do we. In the summer. It doesn't happen yet. As Carabao Cup action then, City in the other semi-final have, well, they've gone out actually. Wow, they were beaten 6-0 in the first leg by United. So United go through despite losing the second leg, and we'll face them, hopefully, in the final. Of course, we do lead 4-0, so this might be Luton-esque again here. Do you know what I'm going to do after this game? I'm going to go look at all the pre-contracts and see if we can get our own little Virgil van Dijk on the books. I was going to say in the books. I'm not writing a novel. Do you know what I mean? All right, then, Leeds versus Liverpool at Ellen Road. The Leeds side, they're playing Gelhardt now, which is really nice. If you're a Leeds fan, you'll be pleased to see just how good this boy gets. He's very, very, very good. Not someone I would necessarily have my eye on, but yeah, I like the fact he's actually improved to a level which is very, very impressive. Now, because the injury to Mane has cropped up and Luis Diaz isn't fully fit, Nunes is going to play on the left-hand side with Haaland and Alfonso through the centre, Elliott on the right-hand side, Fabinho and Salcido in the centre. That seems to be our very much our midfield duo at this point. I think he's proper good. I don't know if I'll have to replace him, but yeah, he's definitely at a point now where he can play pretty much every game for me from now to the end of the season, it feels like. Pellegrini, actually, I say that Pellegrini's here as well, isn't he? Blimey, we're better than I think. Okay, don't worry about it. Carry on. I don't necessarily know why we're going full strength here against the Leeds team that we're already beating 4-0 in a cup competition that really doesn't matter. Here we are then. I think it's because I want these boys to impress. Do you know what I mean? And I want Haaland to continue to do well as the pressing forward. I mentioned yesterday that people don't like Haaland as a pressing forward, and then about 15 to 30 of you commented saying, yeah, I use him now, he's brilliant. So, play Football Manager how you want to play Football Manager. That's the moral I've taken from the story. Trent, ball over the top. There's Erling Haaland. It was nearly a perfect start. Of course, Haaland born in Leeds. Little fact for you all there. So yeah, if he hurts them today, it'll be he won't enjoy it, viewers. That's what I'll say. I actually scored a wonderful goal in the first game versus Leeds, to the point where after this highlight, I'm going to show you it. Ball played in, back post, we've hit the bar. Just bear with me, viewers, because I forgot it happened until right now. It happened quite late last night. You've got to see this because it's top notch. I've just realised, and don't have 4 saves on the go. It was in my network game with my friends. It wasn't in Glory Hunter. I played both. God, I don't. Lots of you will have 1 save on the go at the moment. I have 4. I have 2 network games. This and the Norwich save that I stream on Twitch. It's a process. Oh, screen it. It's got to be a goal. Is it going to be a goal? I don't know. They're going to check it. As a result, they've all merged into one. So I don't know what's going on. Just love Football Manager this year. I'm having an absolute... But in every single save, I'm having so much fun as well. As I'm having fun right now. We are 1-0 up. João Paulo makes the mistake of standing in the goal after making a save, which means if he makes a save from that position, it will always be a goal. I was always taught that as a goalkeeper. Don't stand in the goal. Stand outside of it. That was crucial. And I've got to be honest... we are... Oh, I see. Was he offside? Well, no. The theory is he's definitely not offside because he's running. It's always a goal. Right, this is the thing I've discovered about Football Manager. You can take this now forever. If they get the ball out of the goal and run it back, ignore this because it's always a goal. We've figured it out. We need to do a video where we figure out all the little things that are telltale signs of what the engine is actually doing. That's what we need. By the way, if they win this game 5-1, or of anything of that nature, then I'm not going to be happy at all. As Gelhardt here, you can see I bigged him up. He's just gone round Fabinho. Very rude of him. As Lundstrom, okay, well, Kelleher has already conceded. Not his best work. I've encouraged... there's another thing. It's 1-1 in the game. I've encouraged them, as you would do when it's a draw. But if the aggregate score is leading... And I don't really know why this is a thing. If the aggregate score is leading, it acts as to what the aggregate score is, not what the in-game score is. I don't know if that's intentional. I'm pleased with the number of shots you've taken. Keep shooting. Geldart's found his way in behind Virgil van Dijk, and Virg there very calmly just goes, I'll do whatever I want. Or as the Liverpool fans would say, do what he likes. Geldart in again. Oh my word, smashes it in. He's getting the ball. It's going to count. It's going to count. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't look. This is a theory. It's foolproof. They're going back to the halfway line. Check it all you want. He's got the ball. He's going to the. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's always a goal. It's always a goal. I've figured it out. I've broken the game. Now, you may have noticed this already, viewers, but I'm not sure he was on. Just noticed I paused the game on 70. Just noticed that my recording had stopped for absolutely no reason. I assume it was because I said it wasn't offside or was onside. It was. Since then, Erling Haaland just did. You missed it, viewers. So I don't know what to tell you. Darwin Núñez, ball played forward. Haaland, it's a brilliant finish. I was saying how brilliant it was. It was fantastic. Anyway, we're back live. It's 2-2 now, and we're probably going to win. Do I have to have a chat with OBS? Just closing. OBS is the recording software. Everything all right over there? Is it? Do you not enjoy the VAR? Is that what it? I can't figure it out. Big Leeds fan, are we? Are we OBS? I am just arguing with software at this point. Oh, I'll close you. Oh, don't threaten me. I will close you after this. And yeah, think about it. Ball played forward. Darwin Núñez. Are you going to get to see it? Oh my goodness me. The cheek of it. Darwin Núñez. As it's 7-2 on aggregate now. Lovely stuff. We're happy. We're winning. Cut myself off in my prime a minute ago. Going, oh, was it offside? Was it onside? It was level, viewers, though. It was level. Haaland on this left-hand side. I should absolutely have made 3 changes. We're in the 85th minute. Is everything all right? Again, OBS, are you capturing this? Harvey Elliott, it's got to be a goal. Oh, what we do? We're trying to literally pass it in. McGurk has got it. Places it to Borken as, well, there we are then. Should we make a change? I mean, it's too late for a change, isn't it, really? Everyone's chilling out. 2 minutes to go. It's a comfortable 3-2 victory. Comfortable 3-2 victory. As, there we are then, another win. And into the final of the German Cup we go. Lovely stuff. Lovely. German Cup final. Don't get it twisted. It's the German Cup final. We're going to play I'm going to rebrand it. It will be weird if Liverpool win it, but just don't worry. Don't worry about going back to Germany. Oh, I've got to go back to Germany. To win a cup. Flipping heck. Okay, well, here we are then. 2 cup games played and 2 cup games won. I'll see you 4. Where do we go? We've got the Carabao Cup final there. We've got a game against United, but the way in which the league season's going, really, it's us and Arsenal that is the debate right now. The rest of the games seem pretty routine. So we might come back for the German Cup final a little later on. Maybe a game against Palace as well. Or just a one-off. Who knows? Do you want, viewers? We'll see you next time to find out. If you enjoyed today, do leave a like on it. Let's aim for 1,500 likes. If you got to this point, the least you can do, I think, is just click a little button. Not the one in the top corner, for heavens. Not a new tab. What's going on? If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I'll see you soon. We love with care. For DoctorBenjy, until next time, I'll see you again. Look after yourselves and others.